Hi guys, welcome to our live stream today, January 9, 2021. So let's start with BTC. Actually, I was looking at it a while ago. However, I did not finish it. So let's just start to analyze it. So I'll be using the logarithmic chart for BTC prediction for the year. And how to go on the logarithmic chart, you just right click here and then click on logarithmic or Alt plus L. So after that, I'll be using the daily time frame, and then this one is the first cycle. However, the chart is just started 2012. So on conservative note, I'll just use the second cycle, which is this. This is a complete cycle, and then I'm projecting a third cycle, which we are currently. So the second cycle lasts, that's around from the highs here and from the highs there, that's more or less around 1,479 days, or approximately more than 4 years. And then from the end of the second cycle, we are currently starting in the third cycle, and that is more or less less than more than 1,100. I was looking at it a while ago. It's this area, because that's the 1,131 days, which I'm expecting around this January 21. So what happened here? That's actually a dump, because I was also looking at the candlestick chart, and we are already at overbought territory in higher time frames, weekly and weekly and monthly, I think, but the one that I use is the weekly time frame. RSI more than 95, if I'm not mistaken. So from the high of that 1,100, what's that? 1,131 days. Oh, this one. This one, 1,131 days. Let's make it bigger. From the high here, there is a pullback of around from that high to this one low. So let's just, the high here is 1139.89, 1139.89. So let's just make the exact coordinates. 1139 point, what's that? 1139.89. And then the low here is 755, 751, 34, 751.34. So here, that green. So that's more or less 34% drop from its highs. So now let's look at the third cycle, which is, I'm expecting a few, or January 21, so that's 1, 2, next week, so a few days from now. So how did I get that? From the peak, and then I created a timeline here, or what's that, what do you call this one, date range, which is also exactly 1,131 days here. So I put a yellow vertical line here. So that's January 21. So we still have a few days for it to rally. And then after that, January 21 onwards, possibly a pullback. Oh, we did not count how many days was it. Anyway, let's count how many days from the peak, or how many candles, because we are using daily uh, candlestick. So here is the high, 1 month. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 week, and then on the 8th day, that's the bounce. So 1 week, so 7 days. So 21 plus 7, so until January 28th. Possibly if the same cycle repeat itself. So 7 days until, let's use this one, January 28th. So, oh, where is it? Oh, sorry. There. January 28th there. So from now until January 21, so 12 days. And the pullback or correction will last 1 week. And then January 21, that will be the recovery. So we can, as of this time, we cannot yet measure the possible pullback from its high, but that's more or less 34%. So the around, yeah, 34.09%. So if ever that this is already the high, 34% down of that is more or less, I'm expecting really a very deep pullback to 20. Yeah, there. The coordinates is 27,600 area. Oh, let me just check on, let's look at the coordinates, more or less around that area, 27,600. If this is already the peak, but I'm still expecting for it to create a new all-time high until January, January 21. So that's it for my short-term view. Continue to trend higher, and possibly the pullback around 34% after it reach its highs. Later, we'll just use the Renko chart and the candlestick chart. And if that trend continues, I'm really expecting more or less more than, wait, around 290 or more. That's it. I have a long position here, which I opened Monday, January 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, January 4. And my target on that position, a long position, is the 290, which I plan to close if it hits the 290, which is my TP area, or end of 2021, whichever comes first. So I think that's it for the long-term view. Now let's just move on to other charts. I want to use this one. And we'll use this one, the regular chart. Oh, on the daily time frame, RSI going down. So let's look at a possible strong support. Oh, if this trend continues. Oh, where is my, oh, this is, oh, let me just share my alert anyway. So my alert is around 39,000, the lower bound, and then the upper bound at its highs. 39. This is more on scalp trades. So it depends on how you plan to hold Bitcoin. But personally, I'm a long-term Bitcoin holder. Long-term means more than, I plan to hold it more than 1 year. Actually, oh, let's just create a new one. That's it. What's our, oh, yeah, it still depends. Anyway, what's this? Oh, sorry. I was scalping a while ago. That's why. That's why I'm looking at this as a support area in 30 minutes time frame, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, because my alarm is at around 39,000, so that I relong at around 39,000, and then with TP area, using this 30 minutes time frame, TP1 at around this area, or at least the highs of this. The high, which is around more than 42,000. If it break that 42,000, next TP area, possibly around this uptrend line, which is depends where the candle will retest this, but I'm looking around 44,000. Oh, but let me just delete this area. And only 41 seconds before it closes. So I think it will be a support area for those who are um, uh, swing traders. Normally for swing, I use 30 minutes and 3 hours. For scalp trades, I use the exchange chart, which I use a time frame 1 minute or 5 minutes. So this is it. To retest the previous high, break out to that previous high will create a new all-time high around more or less the 44 area. The support area I'm looking at is already at this area, which is around that more or less 38,759 or more or less 38,800 area. So let's see if that 38,800 holds and continue to trade within this uptrend channel. So anyway, if you look at BTC, it's a very volatile. So always manage risk and trade cautiously. Always put also for those who are trading futures like me, always remember to put stop loss. Normally when I trade futures, I put market stop or market trailing stop. I don't choose limit stop on stop loss. I just use limit order when I open a position. So let's see how it goes. Break down to this 38,700, possibly around this area, around the 36,000 area. Worst case, continue to, if ever, touch that. So we are really at a very critical level, but I think, yeah, as you can see in the logarithmic chart a while ago, we still have more or less BTC still have a few days from now if that history continues itself. So more or less more than 1 week. Maybe on these days, on these dates, I will reduce my position size. And then I will wait for the dump, if ever. That's why for the bit stump chart, normally I don't change it because I'm monitoring it. So I think that's it, guys, for BTC. So if you have other chart requests, so feel free to ask. So what are this? So there after someone asked here if I see a similar percentage dump given a much higher market capitalization. That was a very hard question to answer. However, yes, we are crypto market cap is more than 1 trillion. However, you can see the volatility is really that very high. Aside from that, let me also share the CMC chart, which have at least the lowest gap around 9.6, because that's the worst thing that could possibly get filled if ever there will be really a global dump. So I think it's possible. It's possible, however, it will be a very different scenario versus the last bull run. Next. Oh no, we just have a lot of pets. We have a lot of dogs, cats, some birds, and yeah, and some fish. No, but mostly my trades are just BTC. So if you have chart requests, then feel free to ask. So someone shared here his own personal analysis. So let's see. So what's this? Oh, 30 minutes time frame. Oh, and it's a short. Oh, I don't want to touch that. So in his 30 minutes chart, he is going short with a possible target around 36,530 and TP area around, what's that, 40,572. And seems like if the dump continues, more or less the risk reward here is more than 2, uh, is more than 2. So that 30 minutes time frame. So what are the rest? Oh, he said very similar to what I was looking at for possible pullback trade. So I think that's it. If you have other questions, then feel free to ask. If none, oh, let's try to look at um. Oh, I did not share the Renko chart. Or anyway, I think it's better for us to learn how to add some alerts. Because normally I use alert, especially when I'm already sleeping or scalping and I'm uh, scalp trades or and swing trades. Because normally I open 3 different accounts. One account, I mean, actually I have 4 accounts, but the position accounts which I plan to close end of this year or to hit my target, I don't touch that, which I opened last January 4. And then the 3 accounts, 2 swing accounts, and then one for uh, 2 swing, and then one for scalp trades. So how to create alert? Just um, click that, it's like a clock, or create alert, and then choose whatever condition. Like for example, in this one is BTC USDT or the indicator itself. Normally I use the price, and then currently I'm using entering channel or exiting the channel, so that at least I know where the price is. So at least I have the upside and the possible downside. Because for basic users like us, we can only create one alert. So if we can create only one alert, of course, use that in the asset that you're most likely trading. And in my case, of course, BTC. So, and then after you choose, like for example, entering channel, what's that, a while ago? I think 39,000 something. Oh, is that 39,000? And then this one, the high around 41 something, 41,900. And then just click create. And then you can also choose as much as possible play sound so that it will ring. And then just click create. So since I already have alert, I think I already have it. Oh, I just turn it off. So there. Oh, yeah. Oh, let's try to look at this one. Ethereum Ethereum. Ethereum only because mostly I'm trading perpetuals. Just Ethereum. So anyway, my setup here is a Renko chart. My setup in Renko chart is, or my settings is, I use the open, high, low, close, and the other default settings. And then projected up bars, the yellow and the pink one. So how to use it? If the trend, or each bar, it's like a brick, or I could say, yeah, it's a brick. It's like a brick that once it reach its its height, it will add another brick or Renko bars. So currently we are actually at a possible double top. However, I still have also a long position here in Ethereum because I'm expecting it to break this around this 1000. The close of this is 1213.56 and will create another bullish Renko bar. So each Renko bar has a height of $101.13. So just add from the closing price of the previous Renko or the last Renko, just add the height of around 101.13. So from here, from the closing price, 1213 plus 101, so that's more or less 13. So and then 13 plus 100, that's already the all-time high. So just two more bars and then retest that all-time high. For Ethereum, I opened my long position early this year. Actually January 1. Or even before, even in 2020, most of my positions are just longs, except for some scalp trades. And for this year, as you can see in the, if that logarithmic chart repeat itself, this year is really a bull run. It's a long bull run this year. So let's see. So more or less my target here for Ethereum personally is the 2000 area. Though I have a TP area at this 1400. I have a TP1 here, another TP at 2000 area, and then yeah, because I have different accounts. And the last one, or the highest one, is the 3500 area, which I plan to close at the end of the year, or it if it hits my target, because most of my positions are perpetual, so it will which have no expiry dates. But even if it has no expiry date, I can possibly incur funding fee or funding income depending on the uh, funding rate. So there. My feed just froze. Yeah, I streamed this early. Feel why I cannot. Oh, I thought. Take a look when you can. Yes. Upper and lower alerts. I saw this on another view of yours and could not figure this out. I streamed this earlier. Feel free to take a look when you can. XRP. Oh, XRP. What's the market cap of XRP at the moment? Oh, it back to still number 4. Actually, for XRP. Oh, this one XRP, XLM, NEM, and what others? The other is ADA. They're actually racing to $1 area. Actually, for XRP, it's hard to comment on the SEC something. But personally, I'm actually accumulating XRP. I started it around, I think January, what's that? I think January 6 or 7. Wait, let me check on let's check on because that date, biggest bulls, yeah, January 6. Because last January 6, I bought some XRP, XLM, NEM, and at the same time ADA. Because I think it's already very undervalued for XRP. However, I cannot comment on the case, so let just the lawyers fix that. And I think it's something that will be resolved very soon. So as you can see, it's a triangle, and currently on the short term, let's just look at the short term because it's hard to predict on the long term of XRP until the case is resolved. So however, you can see that there is a bullish Renko bar formed here. So I'm expecting a continuation from here. That's also one of the reason why I personally accumulate. And of course, risk reward wise, it's attractive. Normally, I measure the risk reward of a certain asset when I'm entering um, entering or buying something or buying an asset. So at least the risk reward ratio for me to enter the transaction is at least 2. And in this scenario for XRP, it's 2.88. Possibly if it hits around $74, or I mean 74 cents, that's a possible gain or more than 100%. However, if I got stopped out at 19 cents, possibly I will lose around 41%. But since I bought some before the, what's this? The Flare airdrop. Flare airdrop around December 12. So more or less, yeah, I'm still at a loss. So more or less at this area, around 5 cents. of course I will not, I will not sold it at these lows. That's why I'm also accumulating so that I will the average will go down, and I think it will catch up very soon. So first resistance I'm looking at is of course this previous one, which is around the $74, 74 cents, and support around 19 cents. So and then after it reach that, maybe we will update our analysis. But for now, I think that 74 cents is an easy target, if ever. A positive news from XRP. Because next to that is more or less around more than $1. And you can see also that the average of most holders are 1.45. So at least at a minimum should be around more or less around that area or close to the average price. That's why I'm also putting the highs, the average, and the lows of a certain asset. So there. Did you make more money on XRP? What PC died? What PC died? Okay, exiting the channel. And then what about XRP? Done and done. Oh, XRP currently at a loss, more or less average close to 50 cents. So how about Litecoin? Litecoin 168. So let's look at Litecoin. Okay. Average is 1. I think most of my positions in crypto are longs. I just open shorts when I'm scalping. Litecoin currently at resistance area or strong resistance, long-term resistance area. So if it breaks this area and create a new bar, uh, that's the time that I will be more bullish on Litecoin. Long-term bullish, I mean. Because actually at these levels, I'm already bullish. But after it breaks this long-term resistance area, it's a long-term bullish also. And the reversal of this downtrend area. Because this is very long from 2017, from its highs. Possible target is if it breaks that, oh, more or less above the average price of around 199. So that's the immediate target I'm looking at, the 200 150 area, and the support area at this area 132. More or less, that's a risk reward ratio of 2.36, a possible gain of 52.35% if I'm using 1 times leverage, and a possible loss around 22% if I got the stop out. Normally I use a maximum leverage of 100 times. So just multiply that by the possible gains or a possible loss. So I think that's it for Litecoin. Anyway, let's try to look at the chart. I mean the candlestick, just the candlestick, and that. Just the 3 hours. Oh, created a bear in 3 hours a few minutes or a few hours ago. Or this was, oh, that was yesterday. I think most of alts, because they also dump BTC. Trying to check on the trends. Um, oh, so in 3 hours time frame using this candlestick, seems like this one is holding at around this support around 165. If the trend continues, possibly will retest the previous high around 180 area. Breakout to that 180 area, possibly of course retest this uptrend channel. So which possibly around this area. So depends where the candle will try to retest that area. But for Renko, we're looking at around 199 is the average, and then 250 is the target there. So let's see if this is, yeah, should put your stop loss at really at 165, because if it break down at that area, possibly retest this area. So there 165 and TP1 at 180. Or you can also make or have a lot of TPs, or you have TP1, TP2, and if you have other TP3. Normally I TP'd at different levels, maximum at least 2 TPs. So at that area and possibly that area, more or less 16% if it hits the 195. I think I have one. I still have a long position also in LTC. Targets, aside from the one that I plan to close at the end of the year, I also have, yeah, I just opened it a while ago, with a TP around 180 and 200 area, other than the one that have a TP of 250 area. And most of the stop loss there are market stop. So I think that's it. Based on risk reward, I think it's attractive trade. However, don't forget to put the stop loss. So there, that's Litecoin. Yeah. So what else? So I think that's it for today. If you no other questions, then I will end the stream in 3 minutes. You have other questions, feel free to ask. Else, I will end this stream in 3 minutes. And let's trade. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I bought BTC around my alarm. The lowest is I get in it at around 39,000 because that's the lower bound. I relong at that area. So let me just restart again because um, this stream will be ending soon. So that, and normally when I trade and if that it favors me, like for example in this scenario, I long at the 39,000 and then I have a TP of 43, TP1 43. I will adjust the stop loss to above my entry price. My entry price here is 39. So at this level, 39,657, I will change my stop loss to 39,500 area. Why? So that at least if the market reverses, I will only take realized gain. Realized gain at my profit area or TP price, or take profit, or realized gain at stop, even if I got stopped out. So I think that's, and aside from that, proper risk management is that for me is if my liquidation is close to zero, or mostly I just used less than 1% as position margin. Normally I think I also mentioned before that normally my liquidation is zero. So I can do averaging on that. So there. So hopefully let's get back to that more or less 42,000, and then possibly 43 to 44,000 area. Normally I don't trade on weekends, but because of volatility of Bitcoin, of course I trade. And even in New Year, actually that's the first time that I trade during New Year, January 1. Let's look at that. January 1, January 2, this area. I think because of the volatility. I think at the beginning of the year, January, oh, start of this. Because we're using the 3 hours. OMG. I thought it's a daily time frame. So where is the January 1? January 1, not much. But after that, higher volatility. To go step by step, you did it manually set line or preset indicator? For divergence indicator. Indicator. So let's try to create one, or maybe let me show how to add that. Normally the divergence indicator is just the RSI, but the difference is that you can see the bear or bulls here. So if it's actually good for scalp, or or yeah, it depends on what kind of trader you are. Because me, normally I'm swing and scalp trades. So let's create one, because for basic user like us, we can use up to a maximum of 3, but I'm only using this divergence indicator. So just go to this strategies and indicators and strategies, and then search for divergence indicator, and then add that. So this is um, the default setting. So just click on the settings, and then what just I change it is, yeah, I don't like the lines something, and I changed the overbought to 80 and the oversold at 20. Normally that's my setup. And then yeah, just the others, do background something or else. So and the rest, yeah, you can just check or uncheck, or maybe change also the color if you like. So that's just the changes that I made here on the bearish something or whatever. Bearish, regular bullish, regular bullish, regular or hidden bullish. I mean, there's two, and the hidden bullish and the regular bearish. Actually, the numbers or the uh, what's this? The RSI level is the same. That's why I just unclick the other, so that it will not be like this one. So you can just uncheck that if you want, or yeah, make them also show here at the right side of the what's this? At this area. Because you can see regular bullish is 79.795, I mean, and then the hidden bullish is also 79.95. So I'd rather use uh, or uncheck the other one, because they are just the same. Even in regular bearish 78.82 and hidden bearish 78.82. So just a double one. So what's the difference between a regular bullish and a hidden or a regular divergence versus hidden divergence? When we say regular divergence, regular is that. Yeah, let me. Oh, the leader in regular divergence is this indicator. So let's have an example of that. And the price action will just follow. So on this area, yeah, there. Here, this is an example of a regular bearish divergence. So example, just there. So the price here is going up, while the indicator is saying that it's time to sell or it's time to short. So this is, since it's a regular bearish, the price will follow the movement of this indicator, which eventually will go down, or yeah, will eventually the price will go down. So that's an example of a regular bearish or even bullish. The leader is the indicator, and then the price will just follow the movement of that indicator, whether it's a bear or a bull. And then the last one, normally I trade based on price action. Sometimes when I'm scalping, I just use the candlestick itself from that exchange chart, depending on what uh, exchange I'm using. Then the last one is uh, hidden divergence. So the leader in hidden divergence is the price, and then eventually the indicator will follow the movement of price. So let's have an example. Yeah, it's actually hard to spot a hidden divergence, and that's why I'd rather trade based on price action. Anyway, let's try to look at one. Oh, yeah, actually we can actually use this one, the latest one. But there is a bearish divergence there. Yeah, it pulled back a bit. However, you can also, yeah, of course, you can always use trend lines, and then after it break that trend line, of course, that will be a breakout. So there, it break out from there. So that's why from that, where is that? Or no, not that. Where is the other arrow at this one? So see, so that's just how to use it. The hidden and the hidden divergence and the regular divergence. So in divergence indicated, the human setup, okay. Trend reverse or trend continuation. Regular is reversal. Someone said here trend reversal or trend continuation. Regular is a reversal. And hidden is continuation. Hello from Italy. So hi. So normally it's actually good to have to also learn from others so that we can also apply it in our trades because the what's that? Where's the triangle? Wait, let me just look. Uh, not much. Actually, I'm not much familiar with it, but there. Because currently only a few traders are profitable, which is what's that? Oh, not that. Where's the this one? So which is only this area. So if you're one of that, well, congratulations. But if you're at the bottom of it, feel free to ask from here. Hopefully, we can almost all of us will become profitable in the future. Hopefully, this triangle area will reverse to this. Oh, how to? I even forgot to create. Hopefully this will reverses in the future, and wherein most of the traders are profitable. I said most because we cannot be all profitable. So that's the reality. So at least most, hopefully in the future, to that. So so thanks to TradingView. we can share ideas. However, the trader will be the one to decide what he wants to do with his trades. That's why always put disclaimer. Disclaimer also. Yeah, trade at your own risk. And yeah, okay. And then what else? We are bullish or bearish. Oh, we are already 40,000. Yay! Cheering, cheering my long position. Anyway, oh, yes, someone is late. Someone who said we are bullish or bearish. And that's actually a very hard question, but I'm long-term bullish and short-term depending on the time frame that you are looking at. But if you have failed to check or join a while ago, maybe you can just watch it at the end of the stream. But personally, I am bullish until January uh, 20. Because at January 21, possibly that will be the 1 week pullback, which is a very deep correction. I think that's it, guys. If you have now no other questions, then I will end this stream. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Let's get back to trading. Get back to trading. Happy trading, everyone. Oh, this single P. Anyway, thanks, guys. Sprek something. Yeah, I hope I pronounce it right. Thanks for sharing. I hope you can share more in the next stream. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.